Right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. It's the home stretch. The last game for today is going to be Liyab on the blue side. Am I saying it right? Liyab?
Liyab,
Yeah.
yes.
And then on the red side, it's going to be Lannister's Overheat, which is Philippines versus Thailand.
Yep, Liyab, Halia in particular, they do have another esports team is also in Arena of Valor. So Liyab means ignite.
Right, wow.
Yep.
Jeez, okay. It's extremely fierce. I thought it was something like, casual and fun and friendly, but Ignite is kind of like
ignite.
it's such a rousing word to get around. And right now you can see the hit-to-hit, or at least rather the schedule. It's going to be the last game for today, Liyab Lannisters, and well, let's say both of these teams have suffered through a bit of a tough day, to say the least.
Yep, this is their last chance for the round robins and set things right for the day.
As far as I know, both teams are sort of down a little bit, and for now, looking for the first win of the day is going to give them a lot of morale boost as we go into tomorrow's upper and lower bracket. We are into picks and bans, and as it stands, it's going to be the Syndra, Ahri, and Aatrox banned out by Liyab, and the Silver locked in early on. Meanwhile, the Pantheon, okay, and the Kai'Sa coming through for Lannister.
Do you think this would be jungle or top?
I feel like it could flex even in mid lane. Like,
yeah.
there is so much possibility for Pantheon, and I've been seeing like even support Pantheon in Korea, so this is a, let's say, wild card. Let's term it a wild card.
I mean, even during the pre-reworked Pantheon, some people really like to play him support as cheese. I'm probably one of those people way back.
If you remember, there was like that weird Avengers composition, like if you watch LCK, where like they did Taliyah Pantheon, right, in the bot lane. So it was a kill lane, but the reason it was called the Avengers is because the way they arrive in fights is like on the wall, and he flies in, so it's like, it really looks like the Avengers, right?
Oh, if you pair it with Galio.
Yeah, so exactly, yes.
That's crazy.
And then Karthus as well, so it really does feel like the Avengers. But that being said, this Pantheon can't go anywhere right now. The bot lane has been more or less secured here by Liyab. It's going to be the Silver Nami and the Elise in the jungle showing off, or at least showing their cards very early on the Philippine side.
Yeah, a lot of... I really like the fact that Nami has been performing well as a champion in this tournament, and not a surprise to really want to get that for themselves. And Nautilus being locked in for Paddy in the bottom side of the map. But yeah, you're right. Both of these sides have their AD carries, or rather bottom lanes, locked in.
I feel like Lannister here taking a page out of the top 10 dinos playbook, going for the Kai'Sa Nautilus, and rightly so. It's a really strong bot lane, very good ability to all in at level 2 if you go for the Ignite. And when it comes to picking fights, the Nautilus is just so handy, and you press R, someone's definitely going to get knocked out.
For sure. We'll see what are the options. So now Lannister is banning top lane picks, so most likely maybe we might anticipate a Renekton ban for Jones as a comfort pick.
Yeah,
we'll
I think
see.
For sure you want to sort of look to ban out the top side a bit more. You can see the pool is starting to get a bit affected right now.
Yes.
Nothing really left open, and I just want to sidetrack a bit and say, I'm kind of rooting for Lannister here because I was talking to the manager earlier today and said, well, while everyone is out sort of exploring Singapore, the Lannister girls went to like the land shop opposite or nearby Kakabo, and they were like playing, right? They were actually trying to get into the groove of things. I was like, wow, most people do opt for the option to just go Sentosa, go to
to look around, take advantage
exactly,
of
right? So, but they were practicing, they were trying their hardest, and I'm like deep down, no bias, but I'm like really rooting for them to at least take this game, to push it forward and go into tomorrow with at least a win behind their backs.
Well, that's true. As well, for me, of course, I'm rooting for Liyab as they are a team from the Philippines. But looking at the bans now, looks like there's going to be a Z ban. Ryzen Jarvan the 4th. I suppose, yes, it's still not set in stone who the jungler is going to be, but a lot of flexes here and there definitely for Lannister.
On the red side, having multiple flex picks is always an option because then you can sort of save last pick your mid or top with the red side option. So in this case, Lannister's understanding that the draft has some sort of advantage for them, and woo! A Rengar pick being locked in. I wouldn't consider this cheese. I think Rengar has become quite popular in solo queue recently.
That's true. I mean, we've seen also a lot of players, well, not a lot, some players that do one trick Rengar top. Yeah. The brush.
Rengar top. Yeah. That is, I hated playing that so much because you just walk in the lane and he just jumps on you twice. Oh, I guess I have to recall now. I can stay in lane.
Exactly. I do get a lot of jump scares from Rengar. There are two champions that give me jump scares in game. I literally scream. Rengar and Xin Zhao.
No, I understand the Sinza one because when he eats, he screams. Right? He's like, and you're like, oh man, here we go again.
Exactly. Okay, Orianna being their mid lane pick this time around. So their top lane will be the last pick, and that's gonna be a Camille.
Right, it's a Camille coming in. They definitely needed some sort of attack damage to supplement their very heavy AP composition. So you look at Elise, Orianna, they are focused on the AP side. Sivir doesn't really hit that power point until 3 items, right? So you need a bit of early power in the form of the Camille, who will be either going for her Tiamat or her Trinity Force early on to get the sort of first item spike.
Oh wait.
This... Hello?
Whoa.
Wait, what?
Okay.
Wait, I'm just gonna ask right now if that's an error coming through. Did they pick the wrong thing? Because
I mean,
it looks like it's gonna be Xayah mid lane coming through.
I am I'm loving this.
Wow, okay. Xayah mid lane? In theory, it sounds like it works because you do scale off a first item spike. Xayah plays more like a spellcaster as compared to a traditional ADC,
Yes.
right? You have the ability to scale pretty well. But this composition is full AD. It's so dangerous.
It's definitely dangerous, but I do like the way that Lannister is just so brave and excited to use this Xayah mid. It works though. Like if I look at it on paper, eventually it should beat Orianna in terms of consistent damage. Of course, just wait and bait for the cooldowns, and then that's the time you can take advantage of that.
And even then as well, on the side of Liyab, I think they sort of swapped here and there in terms of not just their positioning in the queue, but also I think Din was the previous ADC, and then now it's Fofi that's going to be picking up the Sivir. So if my memory serves correctly, they are not all playing their respective roles in the bot lane here.
Actually, we could check that very, very quick. Oh yeah, there is
It
oh
is
yeah,
swapped.
that's right. They swapped. They did. Oh wait, no. Fofi, then it is correct.
Okay, right.
All
So
right.
it's just Sermon and Aiko that's, not in position, so to speak. Right, last game for today. Looks like we're going to get some premium aged Gouda coming in. The Xayah ADC mid lane. What a way to end out the day.
I know. Then again, no one will be eliminated today.
That's true. That is true. It's just a determination of where you're going to place. So
Yes.
if you want to go more explosive cheese-ish, this is a good day to do so. Maybe all your opponents have left and you're like, well, we can pull this out now because no one will see.
Actually, that's a good point. That's a good point. Oh yeah, because the upper bracket has already been determined, and this is the time to have fun or maybe just surprise people.
Yeah, maybe experiment. Maybe this is something that they found. Well, you know what? Xayah mid lane might work. Let's try that out. I'm excited to see how this one pans out because if you have the theory craft, Xayah is one of those champions that has the ability to self-peel and scales really well with crit. If you know the way the champion works is that her Blade Caller, her E, scales on crit. So you're getting solo EXP from being in mid lane, you're getting solo farm. And as long as you're not heavily pressured out, you actually do scale pretty well. So Orianna, not known for being the best early game pressure system in the mid lane. If she's trading autos with you, well, you're 80 champion, you're fine trading autos anyway.
Exactly. Most likely, will the most that she can get, especially pre-level 6 for Serment, is Chunker and maybe a half HP or something.
Right.
A lot of poke, a lot of harass. But she has to be careful because, level 6 Rengar most likely.
Yeah, level 6 Rengar should be a guaranteed kill in the mid lane, and because the Shockwave is so telegraphed, if you are Kirsty here in the mid lane, you can actually Feather Storm in time to dodge away from the CC. So I do see some merits in this champion. It also gives you that late game scaling factor like we were talking about, right? Because Pantheon, we all know most likely Rotate is going to be getting Black Cleaver here, Rengar is going to be getting some sort of armor shred. So for AD champions, sounds bad in theory, but if you do itemize properly, I could see it getting really scary. It's just that they don't have a tank in their composition. Yeah,
and considering there are a lot of magic damage on the side of Liyab, with Camille and Sivir being their AD source. But I'm excited to see how this pans out because I've never seen the Xayah mid before in this tournament.
I played it once in solo queue, got flamed like mad. So this is like, right, okay.
Well, yeah, that's...
On to Summoner's Rift. Last game for today, ladies and gentlemen. Stick around. We'll find out how this all plays out. On the blue side is Liyab from the Philippines, and on the red side is going to be Lannister, Overheat from Thailand. Both teams looking for their first win for today, of course. It's been a tough and tumultuous journey in this round robin so far, but they really do want that one win to put them ahead. Oh, Dredge line.
Okay. They are a pretty strong level 1, and yeah, the hook does not connect. They're gonna go to the respective areas.
I feel like this level 1 is the stuff of nightmares, right? You eat a hook and then Rengar just like, and you don't get to play League of Legends after that. So
Exactly. Gray screen before the 1 minute mark. But yep, no first pick off, no first blood just yet. We are gonna be seeing a standard start. I'm a huge fan of, again, I mentioned this earlier, Nami plus whoever as a lot of utility being supplied.
ooh, found a Nami there. A lot of damage down, so he has to be careful, but lethal tempo will be procced, and so they will have to back off.
I thought that was gonna be first blood for real, but not even a flash had to be burned. Oh, I just realized this Elise skin looks like one of those Neon Genesis Evangelion.
Yeah, I love that skin actually. It's really cool. And the Riot skin quality, you know, all the hate that you want to give them, their skins have been pretty decent so far in the past couple of months.
I can hear the reactions of people. Not another Star Guardian skin.
Get your pitchforks.
Yeah. Oh wait, they're making an engage at the bottom side of the map though, as Nautilus saw. Yeah, as I see the dredge line connecting from the mini-map. He just jumped, whoop!
But still, this bot lane is going to be super aggressive, so I feel like I'm going to be paying a bit more attention here as in top side. Oh, coming in once more. A good deal of damage down to the Sivir, having to heal and flash away, in fact. 4 stacks of the Plasma will be procced, and she will be able to get out still.
Beautiful bot lane by Lannister, taking advantage of the level 2 lead, trying to zone them away from experience. Meanwhile, we see Kirsty getting chunked. A whole lot of damage by Sermit here on the Orianna. I mean, yes, Orianna has both magic and strong AD from her autos. Quite, what do you call this? Not auto, just plain strong, painful auto attacks. Got confused there a little bit.
Right, meanwhile, topside rotates just pushing out. She's pretty comfortable taking these trades. She did go for the Conqueror and Ignite, so this is one of those cheese moves you do in solo queue where you want to get early first blood, and you're not really gonna be punished for not having teleport because your ultimate is still, you know, somewhat global ability.
Exactly, but at top side though, there might be a fight.
Oh, here coming in for the gank. Aiko though taking a good deal of damage. Rotate now, still looking to go forward. Might be able to find a kill with the flash and the auto. The spear isn't necessarily there just yet. But meanwhile, jumping back in with the hook shot, the first blood. Rotate with the Ignite, gets the counter kill.
Man, getting a taste of the changes of Pantheon's Q in 9.17. I believe it was the Q can crit below 25% HP, so that's pretty much why Liyab wanted to run away, but probably hoping for the outplay.
Unfortunate, missing the bola that will not guarantee the root, and I think Sermon wasn't really looking at her bottom half of the screen right there, but still Tawan failing to make the skill shot connect.
It was the almost opportune moment as Sermon was already half HP, but this means Tawan can roam the jungle a little bit, or rather, I'll probably wait and get the Raptor camp instead.
So the pathing of the Rengar is interesting because she did topside red into bottom side blue, and now she's going invade. So you think about how the map is split, Liyab have to sort of play to top a bit more. Lannister's playing to the bottom lane, and meanwhile Dredge line here on in, then taking a good deal of damage. The Aqua Prison is enough, but Risu popping the heal preemptively. Was kind of afraid for her life there. Still, they managed to get the Summoner down there, and they will be able to back off.
Nice bubble by Den, but Fofi still doesn't have her complete summoner spells, as Rengar will march down towards the bottom lane, probably try to get Fofi for sure.
Tawan managing to make it in undetected, so as the wave bounces out, there's a small window for her to gank this lane if Liyab are unsuspecting.
Let's see though. There was no vision at the riverside, so they would have not spotted out Tawan. Oh!
This is dangerous. Walking up. The Dredge line is going to find a Nami, and it's an instant kill on Den. Didn't expect the Rengar to be in there and probably got a bit of a heart attack there as well.
It's just one of those moments, but that was super clean and patient by Lannister in the bottom side of the map. Managed to take advantage of Den, even... Oh, wait.
Having to flash away Patty Thompson, having to be careful as well. Using the repel to get up in range, and the Chilling Smite is good. The Spider not really going to find its target right there as Tawan comes in for the counter gang. There's a control ward in this brush, and they will find the damage down. They get a 1-for-1 trade, and that's the best case scenario for Liyab in the bot half.
1-for-1 trade, they'll take it, but it was definitely a domino effect.
Oh, Shockwave. Okay, she's safe. It's just a warning Shockwave being used by Sermon in the mid lane.
Yep, and no mana already for Sermon at the moment to follow it up with another Dissonance if ever. Oh, wait.
Here comes the Pantheon in the mid lane, but Christy has to be careful about her positioning. Flashing over the wall to get to safety is Sermon here. Using both her summoner spells, she will be able to get out, but tell a lie because there's going to be a Rengar here, and you know what they say about Rengars and brushes, you're not going to get away.
And especially if they're inside the enemy's jungle. So that was not exactly a perfect exit route anyways, but if ever the gold is slowly going towards this Rengar, it's definitely going to be dangerous. Oh, I just realized all the kills went to Nautilus earlier.
Yeah, 2-0-0 support, super bloodthirsty. And speaking of which, she's literally just walking up the lane, doesn't care.
Trying to scare them away at this point. I mean, that's a scary Nautilus 2-0-0.
You gotta respect the Nautilus, man.
True that. Looking at the map, Infernal Drake is the first dragon of the game. Definitely going to be a juicy target for both of these teams. But at this point, Lannister has a really good foothold of the first 7 minutes of the game. And we'll see. You know, I'm excited to see this Kirsty join in the team fights later on.
Yeah, the AD carry mid lane.
Yeah.
Xayah might just be extremely valuable for them. I like that she itemized in a way to keep herself relevant in the mid lane. She went for Fleet Footwork for sustain and teleport to reset and buy often. So this is going to keep her competitive against the Orianna. Normally, when you see Xayah players pick a keystone, it tends to be lethal tempo. In this case, she goes for the sustained Fleet Footwork.
That will definitely work out in this lane. Check it out. Forcing Sermon to retreat, but now everyone's here in the river.
Oh, Aiko is the next target as they jump right in. Tawan getting caught in the Aqua Prism means that that's going to be the end of that engage. They can't stick onto their targets, and On the Hunt was used as well, so I think Fofi was a bit worried, preemptively wanting to get her teammates out. We'll use that very crucial ultimate early on.
With summoner spells being blown as well for Fofi. And no level 6 just yet for Den, so I suppose it was understandable to try and take advantage of that. There's not a lot of peel after the Aqua Prison.
Oh
so.
man, Tawan is living in the bot lane, but their ward is going to spot out the Rengar, so they have full information of this, and they could look to set up the counterplay if they want to.
Yeah, they're ready, but take a look at that. Rotate is rotating at the mid lane, but Camille is waiting.
It's on edge right now because Rotation's just sitting right behind the turret. Gets caught by the hookshot. Wasn't expecting the Camille there, but they managed to turn the damage across and execute coming through. The root is more than enough, but Kirsty might just fall here. Down to 100 HP, having to back off. Jones now looking for the second hookshot as she advances forward. The angle might just be there as she jumps forward, but the flash isn't enough range, and that is gonna hurt as she looks and fails to get the second kill.
At least it's going to be a 1-for-1 top laner for the mid laner between these two teams. But whew, high impact, high action here. And meanwhile, we don't see any D wards for now. So at this point, maybe... Oh! Nicely done spell shield.
Good Twitch reactions coming through. Kofi using the spell shield to not get pulled back in. And right now, Tawan's going to be starting up the Infernal Drake. I think she should be able to solo this one out, considering she is level 6. Has gotten the Tiamat as well, but doesn't have the upgraded jungle item, so this is going to be a bit dicey at best. Meanwhile, bot lane, they find a kill onto Dead first. Depth charge was used as well as the Ignite, so they immediately popped the Nami and there was no response whatsoever.
Oh, this is a difficult lane for Liyab. Every single time Lannister finds an opportunity to go all in, they are immediately rewarded. And the fact that they also get Dragon at the top, or rather, I was about to say Cherry on top, but yeah. But that's a Lannister is just really, really scary at this point.
starting to run away with the lead just a little bit. 2K at 10 minutes is not really much to write home about, but still sufficient to make you feel more comfortable. Meanwhile, mid lane coming in for the gank. The Pantheon landing the stun and the Conqueror as well. The stopwatch being used to buy some space. Orianna using the shockwave to pull back in the Pantheon and Aqua Prison as well. So clutch, they turn it around. Aiko now coming in for the counter gank. Tidal Wave is going to knock up the mid lane, and that's a double kill for the Spider in the mid lane.
Imagine just one more auto attack could have made things so much better by exchanging maybe 2 for 1, but in the end it was a 0-2 for Lannister here. Wowie wow.
That is why you go Inspiration Tree Stopwatch, because of plays like that.
Yes.
They get the shutdown here in the jungle, they find the Elise and they find the Nami soon after, but here comes the counter play coming through from Camille. Jones has arrived, she's looking to make something happen, and Silver is just behind her. Fofi getting the kill credit. Back and forth they go, but there's no pause in the action this game.
Woo! Liyab and Lannister are super duper bloodthirsty at the moment. But that was an exchange. They never really gave Liyab a break. They were like, okay, we lost 2 people on our side. We'll try to find you, most likely still finding or rather jungling in the area. So they really just took advantage of the fact that they probably didn't back and recalled and bought some items.
And that's sort of like a lack of respect for your opponent, right? Coming in, you sort of feel like, well, they are still confident enough. Hold on, I'm just gonna hold on to my point as the engage comes through.
Oh,
Cocoon is gonna be
nice.
sidestepped from.
Oh, whoa.
But the Spider still does a good deal of damage.
It's super duper painful. We'll probably allow or let Kirsty think twice in overextending once again, but it will be totally understandable if that were the play. Might be a bait, because I see that Rotate is in the mid lane once again.
Man, this Pantheon is living the mid lane, landing a stun already, and the Ignite as well. Needs to get the spear though if he wants, or she wants to get the kill. The damage will be turned across by Aiko here, as Rotate has to back off, but the top side and the bottom half of the jungle are just getting invaded upon right now. Paddy having to flash away from the tidal wave. Man, they are not letting me catch my breath this game.
They're not even letting you finish your point. Well, it's understandable because most of these lanes are, what do you call this, really have that ability to harass a lot of half HP target.
I'm telling you, Riku, they're just so volatile. They don't care. They just want me to scream. What happened to strategic League of Legends? We're just fighting now.
That was a cute interaction nonetheless. But I do want to point out that most of them really have the ability to poke and harass, and that's the reason why, you know, especially on Lannister's side, they're very excited to take advantage of that.
Oh, using the Yomu's Ghost Blade to get in range and trying to land the required CC. The hookshot will get Jones out, but the damage coming through from the Rengar is way too much as Rotate gets the kill credit for that fight. Now they open up the top half of the map and they can spread this advantage if they want to with Rotate's ultimate here.
There's just so many reliable CCs to synergize with Tawan whenever he goes into the lane and gank. Rotate with the easy stun. Turret plating will fall soon, so most likely they do want to take advantage of that. So far, 5 plates still complete on the bottom side of the map. Meanwhile, 1-1 for the Liyab already been taken by Lannister.
Yeah, mid lane, I think Kirsty did get a additional turret plate as well. So that's, you know, 160 gold is 160 gold. Wouldn't knock the free money coming in.
So super important. Seeing pings here and there, probably trying to see and guess. Maybe they're doing Rift Herald. It's a little bit too quiet. That's what Liyab has thought.
Up, smite it away, but they're going to advance forward and try to get the CC down. But this is going to turn into a bad fight for Lannisters here as Liyab split this one up. They find their Pantheon on the back. And now the Rengar isn't long for this world. She's going to fall as well. Shutdown going the way of the Camille and being a bit too over-aggressive there in the river is Lannister.
That was great, but they're still on the chase though. Kirsty.
Be careful about her positioning. She's getting cut off here. She doesn't know where she wants to go. She's looking to turn the fight around, but the Cocoon is going to catch her and the damage is going to finish her off. Sermon will find that one. So overstepping on multiple accounts once more. The Thai representative is not looking too hot this time.
Yeah, and Fobi managed to get, I'd like to think that she got a couple of turret platings before it expired. And now they're knocking towards the mid lane with Patty just gonna hook the wall at this point, scare Liyab away. But Liyab is doing a good job evening out the game.
More or less, 700 gold is the difference right now, and Mountain Dragon up available will be the next objective to contest. You see the jostling for position right now, so look at what they're doing. They're looking to tunnel down onto the jungler, so if they find a kill, they might be able to get the dragon, but right now, it's Rotate that's taking the bare brunt of the damage, and Risu has to be careful. The hook almost getting the AD carry, but they committed so much resources to the bottom half to kill the Elise. They failed to find the target, and now there is a window of weakness that Liyab can look to exploit.
We'll see if Rotate will stick around and help with the dragon, but that's going to be a no. Now that Camille can take advantage of the top side.
Dodging away from the cocoon, Patty has to be careful using the dredge line, but getting caught by the Aqua Prison. That is spectacular play coming in, but meanwhile, the return damage coming through was good as well. So they find a 1-4 trade in the bottom half.
That's an amazing trade, but not yet over.
Yeah, fighting and more fighting as Tawan's considering whether she wants to go back in the flash forward, the Aqua Prison onto the Rengar, and the damage from Fofi. Oh man, the shockwave could have been crucial there, but they will get Christie on the back. Fofi now still looking for more, as meanwhile on the top side, Jones running away from Rotate. She still has the Yomo, she's leaping forward, she's using the stuns, and she will get the kill. Bot and top fighting non-stop day and night. At the end of it, Liyab opened up the goalie in their favor by 500.
It's actually great. Jones is fine dying there because she actually got a turret, and I feel like since her tower at the top side is still pretty much healthy, she can still run back and probably meet the wave and farm still. And Sermon will also get this mid lane tower. No one is nearby to save this tower unless Rengar decides to clear a little bit and scare Sermon away though.
Yeah, I think the Oriana was a bit afraid because they don't know where the rest of the members of Lannister were, so she just sort of backed off, saying, you know what, get some chip damage here, it's cool. But they're still gesturing over towards the Mountain Dragon, which is definitely an important objective to claim. It helps you take down structures and objectives so quickly that it's almost a snowball-like objective to claim.
Oh, okay. Tawan got the smite on the Scuttler. And meanwhile, yes, hot and juicy target, this Earth Drake at the moment. We'll see though, now they're trying to reach the dragon as Lannister is already starting this one. It's spreading quite quickly. I'm not sure if they're going to be there in time.
Yeah, maybe a bit too late as it falls to 400 and smited away by Tawan, but they will find the cocoon onto the Knowledge, who isn't so tanky just yet. Look at the residual damage on the side. They have to run like and scare like the wind because Lannisters are under so much pressure right now. It's going to be a double for the AD carry. Liyab now super strong on the front line, and here comes the Camille with the teleport to make the plays happen. Finds the third.
Okay, they don't have the dragon, but they did get a lot of consolation by eliminating 3 members, especially Kirsty and most of the carries on the side of Lannister. So this opens up, if they're going to be aggressive about it, perhaps the mid lane or maybe the bottom side of the map, they can take that as well. There's a huge lead already on 502 for Fofi on the Sivir. She's having the time of her life.
Yeah, her laning phase was a bit tumultuous to say the least. The Nautilus was going all in on her consistently, but still, coming out 5-0-2 because of the residual gold she got. She's consistently coming into these fights and cleaning up kills, and that's what puts her ahead. If you look at the hit-to-hit in terms of gold, I'm willing to bet she's at least 1,005, 2,000 ahead of her counterpart.
Better be careful, she has a 600 gold bounty as well, but Essence Reaver and another big sword in her inventory. She's definitely gonna hurt. You pair it with Den as well. She's been landing these amazing bubbles and really opens a lot for Liyab since earlier.
Yeah, not to mention the MVP play where she bubbled the Nautilus outside of the hook. That was so good, yeah.
Super good to secure the kill. We'll see what Lannister decides to do as they want to keep farming for sure and try to get the gold on the right targets.
Now remember that this composition excels at 1-4, so if you think about how do you want to play this one out, you put Rotate in the side lane and have the Rengar sit next to her, shadow that lane. You can convert into a kill very simply from that. Otherwise, you just play a 1-3-1 and you have the Rengar on the side lane and the Pantheon on the other.
That's absolutely true. Even having Ignite as well, as she already has the ult to join the rest of her members. And Sivir, again, gonna try to shove the wave at top side, but it's kind of hard to try to siege because wave clear wise, Liyab has a lot of that.
Like, as long as Sivir and Oriana are alive, you probably can't siege. As long as Xayah and Kai'Sa are alive, you can't siege either. So it's sort of a stalemate here. And this is the point where you really want to pull the trigger. If this game keeps scaling on, Lannisters will be comfortable Lannister will be comfortable just pushing the late game.
Absolutely true. That's why they're just slowing the pace down and making sure that they defend this mid well, so they have a better foothold and transitioning to later stages of the game.
Oh, hold on. The damage coming through is pretty good still from Kirsty. You have to respect the crit percentage on the Xayah.
Even, oh wait. Bottom side, not gonna push through. Even Fofi has a 1 level lead against Kirsty in the bot lane, as she's been soaking a ton of solo experience since earlier. We saw Den just roaming around with the jungler and joining Sermon at the at key times. So I think that's the reason why Fofi is having a great time with her CS as well.
I think Lannister can afford to play a bit more
Aggressive?
macro-minded
Oh.
and aggressive, in the sense that because you have a global presence from the Pantheon, you can look to make something happen. You arrive much quicker than the Camille, who doesn't have a teleport.
Oh, wow!
Great Hextech Ultimatum being used, and Locks rotate in place, and here comes the Spider to look to secure the kill. Stopwatch is going to keep rotating live for a bit longer, but overall, she will still fall.
Yeah, the flash wasn't able to help, as the Hextech Ultimatum has already connected and really helped secure that kill. But you were saying about, you know, Lannister should take advantage of the numbers game, where rotate will just suddenly appear out of nowhere. But it was the other way around this time.
That's what happens when you are hesitant. Your
Yeah.
opponents are like, well, we can do this then, and capitalize and bully out the Pantheon, who is, for all intents and purposes, not very good in the 1v2.
Sivir is gonna not meet the Rengar, but maybe Tawan wants to do a sneaky play, but she's recalling under tower, so I'm not sure if that's gonna happen.
Liyab are playing super safe because they know that they can just consistently clear the wave out, and their team fighting is still pretty good. Like, don't get me wrong, Lannister, sure, they scale well with double AD, but they're gonna hit a point where, because they don't have a true tank, they will be unable to actually sit in these fights.
But there's gonna be another dragon coming up soon, and I actually forgot. I actually didn't see rather. Okay, it's gonna be an air drake.
It's gonna be air drake. So now that it's spawned, there wasn't much vision around this. It's like, well, Liyab say, we'll take this for free, thank you very much. There really isn't much here for anyone to contest, because there is no vision, like I mentioned.
Let's see if Lannister can take the consolation prize on the hunt. Proc for the mid lane.
Yeah, curious.
I was looking for someone nearby, but
Yeah,
I think they were excited. They just want to get this mid lane out of the way, and I really thought, you know, Lannister could get topside as a consolation prize, but now they're knocking for the tower.
That's like, you know, the surprise Pikachu move when you hear them scream it, and hold on here. They're gonna take this fight here. The death charge will be used onto Fofi, but meanwhile here comes the Pantheon on the front line. The tidal wave though was used to disengage, and now they're looking to go back in on this fight. The first target to fall is gonna be the AD carry now. This is Lannister taking the advantage. They have to kite back. They have to be careful, because here comes the Camille with the Hextech Ultimatum leading the charge, and overall Liyab still clean up. Sure, they find the Sivir, but at what cost?
Wow, there's just so many other damage sources, and now Jones is gonna go in, and Jones is on a rampage at this point, getting one tower and another dead body.
You could see it was so disjointed, Lannisters were unable to follow up, and because of that, Jones joined in and said, well, thank you, ladies and gentlemen, I'll clean up this fight.
Exactly. A lot of the members from Lannister were super low, and Liyab is super happy about this.
They get the mid inhibitor at 24 minutes, not a bad timing at all. And now they're going to reset. They're looking for the objective, which is going to be the Baron next, considering that there is mid lane pressure. Super minions are going to just consistently stream in. And on the way out, they'll say, what? You know what? Free red buff.
Free blue buff.
Free blue buff. We'll take everything we can.
Oh, that's crazy. There's a ton of wards still existing at the top side of the map, but this opens up Baron. But I suppose they will still establish vision first, and then recall, buy some items so that they're ready for the next fight.
They don't even have to force this Baron, because teleport is up for Jones. So essentially, Camille can just sit in the bottom lane and just push 24/7, and if they look to commit, you teleport over, take the fight.
Absolutely, absolutely. Let's see if Lannister is just definitely going to try to reset the wave, especially at the bottom side, as it's slowly building up for that inner tower at the bot side. But at this point, it's just really difficult, because there's still there's 2 healthy towers still. Actually, make that 3 healthy towers. This is what happens if, you know, most of the lanes have good or not good, great wave clear.
Yeah. Oh, on the hunt used this time for real. As they go in for the fight, I say for real. They're just chasing down the Nautilus. There was intent, but there was no means to execute. And unfortunate, they had to use the on hunt that early on. Now backing out and resetting is Liyab, as they will look to split push on the bottom side with Jones here.
Understandable, as if I see what are their reliable forms of engage, I suppose on the hunt, but hard CC with the Aqua Prison.
Camille coming in is probably your best bet,
yes,
right?
That's
But
true.
she's always going to be split pushing in the bottom half. So now that they see, oh, good chunk. Now that they see, you know, the Rengar committing to the bottom half, this should signal that top is free. You walk around the jungle, put vision down. If they come and check, you just kill them.
That is the strategy. They have the ability to CC them, to not really CC them to death, but more like they have an immense amount of damage. I thought a heal was used there.
And remember that the damage from Liyab is very front-loaded. So what I mean by that is, you think about how Elise does the damage. It's percentage on the front with the stun, and it basically chunks you out at the start. But you can't do like consistent damage. You have to pop and then reset, right?
That's absolutely true.
So if you're a Lannister, you walk into Elise in the jungle, you kind of insta-die. I mean, even if you're tanky, with air quotations, you still will die.
Air quotations. That's true. But let's see though, because on the hunt being used,
they're looking for this fight this time for real. I say that, the offloaded front burst onto Risu Thompson, and meanwhile Jones is going to get caught out in the jungle. It's going to be Kirsty that assists her top lane to get the kill. So they trade 1-for-1, but they will still open up this Baron here, knowing that two members are on the bottom side.
we'll see if they Lannister decides to take this away, try to make a steal, try to make things happen.
Yeah.
As you said, not everyone is tanky, air quote.
There's no vision here, and they're very careful about committing to this because they don't have enough. Oh, hold on, the hook in. This is quite important though, because Aiko is the jungler. If you pick off the Elise, that Baron is no longer an option. And as I was saying, because they don't have a real tank, you can't tank up the Baron. It deals so much damage that you have no ability to take it this early on.
Well, they're gonna most likely try to deward, and they're pursuing the Baron again. I'm actually worried because Sermon doesn't have mana at the moment.
This is exactly what I mean. Because they have no tank, they're melting so quickly and they have to juggle the aggro. Now, if Lannister decides to pull the trigger on this fight, it might be disastrous. The Baron is down to 3,000. We'll see if they can steal it. It's down to 1.5. The smite coming through, and Aiko gets it for her team. Very clean, but very risky as well.
Well, that was a 50-50 indeed. Infernal Drake will be open for the taking though, as it will take some time for Liyab to go to the river, go to the Dragon Pit, and I think Lannister is going to be pretty happy to take that for themselves, as the Infernal Drakes will slowly build on their side as well.
The value of the Infernal Drake actually pretty high because you have 4 AD, right? So the scaling of Infernal Drake on the second one gives you like, I think, close to a BF sword worth of stats coming through. So this might be a small push in stats that they need. Overall, I'm not sold on the fact that Lannisters can still win this fight. They still need to get in the right position and kite properly before they even have a chance, or a remote chance of winning.
I absolutely agree with you there, and there's just a lot of in-your-face kind of thing in for Liyab. I think if they pull the trigger first, and most likely they will win the fight. So it's more up to Lannister what kind of openings they can take advantage of. Maybe a pick-off. They have the ability to do so, but since we're at this point of the game where they're almost grouped as 5s and 4s, it's kind of hard to find that.
Yeah, the thing is, Lannister cannot take a fair fight. The way they have to approach this is either make a pick, get a man advantage somehow, because if you fight 5v5, you're going to get demolished. And ooh, that chunk on the Christie, man, that hurts.
Yummy, yummy, yummy. I mean, that's a 1-2-12 Oriana already, and a lot of large rods in the inventories of Liyab at the moment. That looks painful,
The Baron up minions will be pushing in, and Jones is here to just escort them with the Baron buff. Meanwhile, 4 members strong on the bottom side. Lannister now looking like they want to back off a little bit because Liyab have used on the hunt to threaten the engage. So right now, this might be the fight that they want. The shockwave though is going to catch all the core members that they want. Kirsty's the next to fall, and so is Risu and Patty Thompson. This is a fight that cannot be beaten here, as Lannisters have to back off and just concede the base. A double kill for the jungler here, and Liyab might just find their first win here. I say might, they're definitely going to get their first win here as they take down the Nexus and end the day on a high note.
Crazy game by Liyab, winning our last match of the day against Lannister. It seemed pretty even at first.
Yeah, right.
But then, boom, Liyab just ignited.
Yeah, you're talking about for people that were not clued into this joke.
Yeah.
I feel like there's a missing chain. I'm like, huh? You know?
What?
Because
Yeah.
Riku was explaining to me what Liyab meant. Essentially, it meant ignite, right? So, in that sense, they did. You know, there were just a fuse waiting to blow, and for now, we will move over to. Oh, hold on. Okay, I'm just getting word from production that we're trying to process things as we select the teams to be picked up for the interview. And to remind everyone here and watching on stream, FSL Elite League of Legends is 2 days. Today is just a round robin to determine who's going to be first and fourth in terms of seeding. So we have our first place, second place, third place, and fourth place. And tomorrow is where we go down to serious business. That's when we play our upper bracket and our lower bracket and determine who's going to be the winner of FSL Elite. And on your screen now, the standings for today's group stagers. Top 10 Dino and Box Gaming will be second and first respectively. Meanwhile, Liyab on a 1 and 2 record will find themselves third, and the last place, unfortunately, will be the Thai representatives Lannister. So right now, I think we will be cutting to an interview with Riku, who will have a team standby and should be looking to probe their minds about that game.
Thank you very much, Hungry Cast. My name is Riku. Together with me are the winners for our Game 6. We've got Fofi and Sermon. I know you guys are super duper happy about the win. I mean, it was a tough day today. The last match, you won. How does that feel?
Very happy. We're very happy and fulfilling.
We can sleep peacefully now.
They can sleep peacefully tonight. I love that. But I want to rewind a little bit about you were known as GGTY. You were acquired by Liyab. What was your first reaction acquired by, Mineski and Globe combined?
Siyempre, we're really honored. It's Wineski. And
We actually cried because we were so overwhelmed that this is the first sponsor that we got.
as a team, yeah.
First sponsor as a team, and you have competed for years already in the scene. Super duper proud. I bet a lot of people from the Philippines are super proud for you. And now you will be moving on for tomorrow. Is there any team that you think that you're looking forward to face again?
Box ladies.
Box ladies, perhaps.
Yeah, we're looking forward to battle against Box ladies again.
Why is that?
We got a close fight there. So
Actually, almost all the teams that we're really looking forward to meeting with them again tomorrow.
Well, looking forward for your performance tomorrow indeed. My last question for you. Any message to the Philippine fans watching you today?
keep supporting us. See you again tomorrow.
Liyab. Also, we would like to thank our sponsors. For those who really never fail to believe in us and support us throughout the journey. So yeah.
It's such a wholesome energy. Super duper proud of you guys for sure. But that is all we have for today. Thank you so much for your time. But before I go away, actually after this live stream, we will be doing awesome giveaways once again. Our awesome voice trivias, and I'll think of awesome things later on. Thank you so much for tuning in. For those who are watching from their homes, we will be back same time tomorrow at 12 o'clock p.m. here at the Female Esports League of Legends Facebook page. And we're so excited to see the conclusion tomorrow. See you guys and good night. Together with me is Lannister, our representative from Thailand. We have their mid laner, Christy, and Lisu of their AD carry. And we have a couple of questions for them to know about their journey. My first question for you, how did it feel to represent Thailand in this tournament?
Oh, I'm so excited because we are the only one team that representing Thailand. And for today, I'm really sorry that we didn't do our best. So we will do better tomorrow.
What are your plans later tonight?
Maybe we go discussing and have a nice dinner together to like cheer up our team. Yeah.
Just discussing.
Just discussing, no roaming around Singapore, no checking the places out?
Oh no, too tired already.
You're tired. I mean, save your energy for the battle tomorrow. That is the good call. I guess my next question for you would be, what are your message for your fans watching at home?
Can I speak Thai?
Of course.
พูดเลยเฟซเลย
I'm sorry ถึงแฟนๆชาวไทยนะคะ คือทำเต็มที่แล้วค่ะ แล้วก็ขอโทษด้วยที่ทำได้แค่นี้ ครั้งหน้าจะทำให้ดีกว่าเดิมค่ะ Yeah
In English it's like sorry for the 0-3 yeah sorry for the 3 losses yeah
Well, there's still a lot of action for tomorrow, so no worries. We will be rooting for you tomorrow. Thank you again so much, Lannister, for your time and for this interview. And we're looking forward for tomorrow. Once again, we'll see you at 12 o'clock here at the Female Esports League of Legends Facebook page. We're going to be live there. And if you're from Singapore, maybe you can drop down here at the Suntech Convention Center at COMEX or at the EFA. We'll see you guys tomorrow, same time, 12 o'clock, and have a good night, everyone.